Top of the morning to you, everyone. Welcome back to another magically lucky episode of Daybreak.
We hope your spring break was overflowing with luck, laughter, and maybe even a pot of gold.
There's lots in store for you, so wake up, grab your shamrocks and leprechaun hats, Pittsburgh. Daybreak starts right now.
So, how is everyone's St. Patty's Day doing?
Amazing!
Great, love it.
The day of my people.
Favorite people. Hey, we're so happy to celebrate you.
Yes.
I forgot to wear green. I only have a little
I
bit
did
of
too. We were told at the last minute.
Yeah,
it's okay.
it was-
But
yeah.
you're festive with the
Yeah,
hat.
I got
and
the
we're festive
hat.
with the
Yeah,
decor
it's-
and the lights.
Yeah.
So we're green enough. Nobody pinch us yet.
Yeah.
No, never.
So awesome.
Yeah, what is your favorite way to celebrate St. Patrick's Day?
Probably watching Jacksepticeye YouTube videos. That's probably my best way to do it. I also I have a special little little video coming up here in a little bit. You know that
very
I
good.
may or may not have went to St. Patrick's
That's
Day
my
parade.
favorite way to celebrate.
Yeah, so very fun. Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. Up next, we have Steel City Skies reporter Robert Forintero in studio to tell us everything weather. Robert?
Thank you guys. And I am going to be setting up this show a little bit differently because I want to talk about some crazy weather that we have. If we look at this graph up here, now if you don't know what this graph is that we're looking at, this is our 2-day forecast that was made by the NWS, the National Weather Service. And right here we see the high pressure system over here. If you are in Arizona, or if you know that town or know anyone from there, then you know that they have extreme weather going on right now, and that is going to continue. If you look for us, though, we do have a low pressure system, which indicates those clouds, the wet weather, but we don't have it moving until later, and I will get into that as we transition into the rest of the weather. So looking at Thursday, we are going to start to see our temperatures. As I said, we're trending back into that average. As we see on the graph, our high pressure system is moving towards us with the wind as we get that system. But we are going to have our high, a breaking high with 52 degrees and mostly cloudy and PM showers. So our only chance of rain, as I said, we will get that dewy, moist weather, is going to be later in the night. But a good thing, as we've said, it's St. Patrick's Day. And what better way to celebrate St. Patrick's Day than with spring? So we have our spring equinox. And if you don't know what that is, it just means that it is officially springtime. And with that, we're going to see our trending weather continue as it's going to go up to 61 degrees. Now, we do have our chance of rain at a 57% chance, so that is our highest chance, but it will just be a passing afternoon shower with the gusts reaching up to 12 miles per hour, so do not worry. And as we move on into Saturday over here, that trend is just continuing. So we've got even nicer weather building throughout the rest of the week. But don't get your hopes up because unfortunately it is going to slow down. As I said, we have that cold weather system coming in with the wet and moisture. So as we go and transition into Sunday, we will see that that is our last day, unfortunately, and it is the highest day we have for temperature. So 67 degrees is our high here, with it almost reaching 70s. Our UV is going to be 4, so do not worry. Yes, wear some sunscreen. It is always smart to wear sunscreen outside, but this is going to be the opportunity and the best time when you should. Looking at Monday, unfortunately, as I said, it is going to dip into those colder temps, and as much as we love the warm weather, we are going to see it fluctuate throughout the rest of the week. The high is in the 50s, but on a positive note, we do not have any more rain, so you might need a jacket, but you're not going to need your umbrella, so I'll take it where I can. Looking at the rest of the week, for Tuesday and Wednesday, our average is going to stay into the 50s and the 60s. We do have a partly cloudy forecast throughout the rest of the week, but once again, we don't have that rain. It is typically just going to be for those PM showers, and the temps are just going to be breathing slight with the wind from the north. That is everything from me, and now I'm going to be sending it back to the desk.
Thanks, Robert. Get ready to craft because for March 27th through 29th, the Pittsburgh Handmade Arcade returns to the David L. Lawrence Convention Center for its Modern Craft Market. Handmade Arcade is a Pittsburgh-based nonprofit that, quote, believes in the power of making. They started back in 2005 with a mission to empower makers through professional development and customer connections. Their mission is to, quote, center their values of anti-racism, transparency, equity, collaboration, and financial sustainability in all that they do, end quote. This is the Modern Craft Market's debut, adding to the Arcade's annual holiday and spring markets. The Modern Market will, quote, fill a much-needed gap in Pittsburgh's creative economy. A statement from the Handmade Arcade says, quote, "This new high-profile juried market will feature 150 plus highly skilled established makers who specialize in using traditional handcraft skills to design and produce handmade contemporary products. This new market reflects HA's responsiveness to maker needs and the growing demand for diverse sales opportunities in the Pittsburgh region," end quote. General admission tickets are free to the public, with VIP and early bird options available for an additional price.
Pittsburgh doesn't joke about St. Patrick's Day. The parade was last weekend and I was able to attend. Let's check it out.
Thousands gathered in downtown Pittsburgh to celebrate one of the city's biggest traditions, the St. Patrick's Day Parade. The Pittsburgh St. Patrick's Day Parade has been a tradition in the city since the mid-1800s. Over the years, the event has grown in size and organization, becoming one of the largest St. Patrick's Day parades in the United States, ranking 3rd in the country. And luckily for students, the parade route also passes right through Point Park University, giving many the chance to step outside and take part in the celebration. While at the parade, I saw many things that represent Pittsburgh, along with iconic parts of the holiday, like bagpipes, Irish dancers, marching bands, and even St. Patrick himself. During the parade, I also spoke with a few people who came out to enjoy the celebration and take part in the holiday.
Celebrate, it's been a family thing. We've been coming down here for probably 30 years. Just having a good time. Just love it. Always, yeah, good time, yeah, and drinking, so.
I love it. I came in from Virginia to spend the weekend with my frat brothers, bi-yearly tradition for me. Love it. I love coming in and seeing the city support and how everybody turns out for it.
Getting ready for some beers, coming down for some cocktails later. Well, usually I'm, three sheets to the wind by about 6 o'clock, so I don't really remember too much about St. Patty's Day every year.
Year after year, the parade continues to bring people together to celebrate one of Pittsburgh's most festive traditions. Reporting for Daybreak, I'm Nico Rich, and I'll see you next time with another report.
Really great job, Nico.
Yeah.
What a special thing to be able to have an event like this come right through our campus.
It was a perfect opportunity to start creating the report. As you can see by the interviews, I would go to interview people, and I'm like, "What's your favorite part about St. Patty's Day?" Drinking. I'm like, "Okay." Just like
Anything else?
Yeah, anything else? Yeah, but no, seriously, it was a very cool opportunity to do, and I really hope to make more reports like this for Daybreak itself. So yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
Great.
quite fun. I don't have a St. Patrick's Day parade where I come from, so this is my
No.
first one, and it was a great time.
Yeah.
So.
It is definitely such a good one, a really great way to show that Irish Pittsburgh pride. But speaking of other Pittsburgh pride, the Dick's Sporting Goods Pittsburgh Marathon is getting a fresh new look with some Steel City style. This is thanks to the brand new official shoe that is all about Pittsburgh pride. This new limited edition sneaker was created through a collaboration between P3R and Brooks Running. It's a customized version of one of their current running models, but features black and gold colors and steel-colored accents. But what really makes this shoe feel like Pittsburgh is the design, paying homage to the iconic skyline and bridges. The shoe is meant to celebrate the energy and pride of the Steel City, and just in time for Marathon Weekend. The shoe is available online at dicks.com and can also be found in select locations. Fans can also buy their pair during the marathon inside the Pittsburgh Live Well Expo.
Are you ready to see some true colors? Good, because Phipps Conservatory's Spring Flower Show returns on the 28th. Since 1894, Phipps Spring Flower Show has provided Pittsburgh with a burst of color and fragrance after long winters. This year's show will feature, quote, eye-catching displays highlighting all the quintessential vibrant spring flowers that you love to see during this time of year, end quote. They hope this show allows you to appreciate the true colors we share with one another, the, quote, unforgettable times we've spent and how we and our region have grown side by side, end quote. Exhibit features will include a live plant wall, multicolored hanging kites, and colorful flowers, including daffodils and petunias. Plan your trip today because the exhibit runs for 4 weeks only.
Now, do you guys have a favorite type of flower? Personally, I like roses. I like roses.
Yeah, can't go wrong. I love a hyacinth. They smell,
Whoa.
yeah.
I do not know.
Oh, you
Explain more.
definitely would recognize one. They come in like pink and purple, and they come from a little bulb, and they grow up, and they smell
That
amazing.
sounds very cool. I
Yeah,
want to look that up later.
they're great,
after
and
this
they're in a
episode.
bulb. So if you plant the bulb in the ground, like it'll regrow every year.
Really?
So
That
Yes,
is,
yes, yes, yes.
that's awesome.
big fan. What about you, Devin?
I really love like hanging wisteria, like the really pretty, like I don't know. What's the? I can't think off the top of my head. The Christmas flower. They're usually red.
Poinsettias?
Poinsettias. I really love poinsettias. White poinsettias specifically. I'm gonna
love
have them
that.
at my wedding.
Oh.
Love that flower. They're very poisonous for cats though, so I can't exactly have them around.
Oh, you'd have to get an artificial one if you need
Yes.
like the aesthetic in your
But
home.
still
around
very
Christmas.
beautiful. Yes, I
They
love
are.
Phipps. It's a really great place to go
It
and
is.
see like such beautiful, beautiful pieces of nature.
Yeah, I definitely will be going for the spring show.
And definitely talk to me more about this shoe. Like what?
Yes,
Yeah.
this shoe
talk
is
to me
really,
more
really
about
cool. I found it online when I was doing a little bit of research. Unfortunately, no picture of it at the moment, but if you do go online, you can see it's this really nice running shoe, and it's got like little Pittsburgh logo graphics of like the skylines and the bridges. It's actually quite adorable, and so a lot of the runners during the Pittsburgh Dick's Sporting Good Marathon that's coming up really soon are going to be wearing the shoes.
Love that.
But you can also go and get your own.
I'll be
and they're pretty
excited to
awesome.
see like
Awesome.
the blurs of
Blurs
white,
of yellow and black and gold.
Yeah,
That's super
Yeah,
cool.
it'll be cute.
Amazing.
For sure.
What if diamonds weren't actually the hardest material on Earth anymore? In recent news, scientists created a first-of-its-kind material called a hexagonal diamond, which has proven to be harder than the real thing, and until now was only found at sites of meteorite impacts. The commonly found cubic diamond is known as the hardest mineral on Earth and is used for things such as jewelry, but hexagonal diamonds are rare and potentially tougher, and their actual existence has long been debated. Researchers from China Henki Laboratory describe how they made a bulk piece of pure hexagonal diamond by using extreme pressure and heat, along with other processes like X-ray diffraction. Scientists wrote, quote, bulk hexagonal diamonds exhibit a slightly higher hardness than cubic diamonds, end quote. The findings resolved the debate over whether hexagonal diamonds exist and could help lead to new technology in the future.
Pittsburgh is turning up the volume with a brand new music venue. It's called Citizens Live at the Wiley, and it's coming to the Lower Hill District. The 4,000-seat venue is set to open in 2026, bringing in big-name artists and comedy shows. And now we are getting a first look at who's taking the stage when it opens. Pittsburgh native Wiz Khalifa will be the opening artist this fall, then followed by the rock band Styx. You can also see artists like Boyz II Men, Two Door Cinema Club, Sting, The Living Tombstone, Glorilla, and so much more. Bottom line, whether you're into throwback hits, rap music, chart toppers, or even the more niche artists, your next night out has surely been planned. For ticket information, you can visit Citizens Live at the Wiley, that's WYLIE.com. Love music. Love, 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 love.
I'm so excited to hear that a new venue is opening.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I really need to say something.
Go ahead. Say it.
The Living Tombstone?
Yes, I was so
Are you
excited
serious?
when I read that because I was like, that's not exactly an artist that I would picture coming to Pittsburgh and
Yeah.
performing a show.
What are the chances of that?
They're going to be here.
At a brand new venue.
Oh my God,
I know.
that's super
Yeah.
exciting. I'm like,
So
I
excited.
was just like, whenever you're like reading your story, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe they're actually.
So we'll have to go.
Very,
Yeah.
yes.
Gotta get
I
those
know.
tickets.
Daybreak trip. Yeah.
How about this hexagonal diamond?
Yeah, a hexagonal
hexagonal.
diamond. It's one of like the hardest materials on Earth. It's well, scientists have recently like just created this like type of diamond with like using like high pressure, high heat, and a bunch of other processes. I was going to list a lot more in my report, but I could not pronounce half of this. So and I can't
not our
really.
niche.
Yeah. But it was it's very interesting when looking into it, and if you like look at images of it, it looks very cool to look at.
Yeah.
Very
still
beautiful
sparkly?
to look at. Yes, it's still
Just
sparkly.
as pretty.
Yeah.
Good. Thank God.
Yeah.
Lots of good stuff to look forward to.
Absolutely. We're going to go for a quick break. When we come back, we have lots in store for you, including PolitiSmack and Sideline Slice. Don't go away.
2, 1. Take them cue and open their mics.
Today marked the 1-year anniversary of the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette strike.
Point Park University just hosted a campus-wide meeting.
Plans for the rapid transit bus line are not set to conclude until 2025.
Hi everyone, and welcome to this week's Sideline Slice. I'm Jake Bell, reporting on Pitt basketball and their end to the 2025-2026 college basketball season. After their loss to North Carolina State in the second round of the ACC tournament, the Pitt Panthers have become eliminated from NCAA championship. Going 13-20, this would be Pitt's third straight year without punching a ticket to March Madness. Despite a losing season, the Panthers still had some bright spots, which include senior Cameron Corrin, who led the team in points and rebounds. Freshman forward Roman Siulepa showed promise for the future, averaging 10 points and 5.5 rebounds per game. They also defeated Stanford in the first round of ACC tourney play, ending their postseason dreams as well. Last season, the Panthers were in the driver's seat for a national tournament bid before a second-half collapse derailed their season. Coming off a losing record this year, many wondered if head coach Jeff Capel would be on his way out. There were rumors that NIL donors collected $15 million to purchase Capel's contract, which is the exact amount he would be owed if athletic director Alan Green would decide to let him go. Despite all the rumors, Green announced that Jeff Capel would remain the Panthers head coach for the 2026-2027 season. Many speculate finances played a large factor, and the year after is rumored to be a significantly less buyout if the head coach were to be fired. However, Pitt is fielding a top 12 recruiting class for 2026, and the program risks losing them if the head coach that recruited them were to no longer be with the team. With all that being said, this is looking to be the last chance for Jeff Capel and his staff, and that should make for a very interesting season once November hits.
Hey Jake, what a crazy season for the Panthers. Do you think that Pitt has an opportunity for a better season next year, maybe?
Honestly, and a lot of Pitt fans will disagree with me, but I really think they do, keeping Jeff Capel. Not only are you not having to pay his buyout, which is $15 million, but assuming that they have that $15 million for his buyout, they can use that in the transfer portal, and they can use that for retaining some players. Roman Siulepa and Nodris Ndrsiders are two guys I would do anything I could to retain. And then if they can go in the transfer portal, grab a really good center that plays really good defense, and then maybe get a veteran point guard that sort of like DeMarco Minor was this year, I think grabbing those three recruits that you have that are making this a really good class could end up making a very competitive year. Now, if they were to fire Jeff Capel, they would have to hire a new coach, which would cost a lot of money, and then they would also have to pay Capel's buyout. You wouldn't have any money to invest in the transfer portal or bring these guys back. So I think bringing in Jeff Capel just adds a lot more financial flexibility for Pitt to really upgrade their roster.
Amazing. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Thanks, Jake. Up next, we have Ethan Rowinski, our PolitiSmack reporter in studio to tell us about the latest with everything politics. Ethan?
Thanks, Devin. Pittsburgh's budget woes have recently escalated to a whole new level, with Mayor Corey O'Connor updating the city's budget deficit to up to $40 million. The city's budget has been a major point of contention between the current administration and the former office holder, Ed Gainey. His administration's budget worried city council so much they scrapped it and remade it and approved their own budget with a 20% tax hike. That large of an increase still won't be enough to fill the gap, though, according to O'Connor. Speaking at a press conference this past Thursday, quote, "The reality is much worse than we thought. Some of the debt includes massive payments to the Pittsburgh Water Authority, totaling close to $10 million after the Gainey administration only budgeted $4.5 million for all of 2025. Other costs include $13 million for employee health care for the next 2 years, $2.5 million for emergency bridge maintenance, boiler, and roof repairs, and helping cover the $20 million in overtime spent in 2025 alone. There is no plan for, quote, new taxes, layoffs, or cuts to critical city services, according to Mayor O'Connor, and they will be looking to reopen the budget process next week with the assistance of City Council. Beachview Council Anthony Coghill seems to speak for most of the council when he told the Trib, quote, "Perhaps council needs to reevaluate and take a deep look at all our expenses and not assume that any mayor is funding these things," end quote.
Hey, Ethan, so what does Ed Gainey think about all this?
So currently, Ed Gainey himself has not responded to this at all. He's sitting as a board member of the state's gaming control, making $140,000 a year. However, one of his chief of staff who ran the Office of Management and Budget has responded and said this is not a case of mismanagement. However, this is a case of differing philosophies between the two administrations. However, City Council seems to not be buying it. They've spoken again and again about how they felt betrayed by gaming, how they were not given all the details to the situation. And right now, they're just looking to move forward as quickly as they can to get the budget back on track.
Thank you, Ethan. Reporter Aiden Nguyen has the latest on the Oscars that happened this past Sunday. Take it away, Aiden.
Big win happened at the Oscars for films like Around the World, K-pop Demon Hunters, Frankenstein, One Battle After Another, and even Sinners. But one Oscar in particular had the entire audience in an uproar. Michael B. Jordan won an Oscar for Best Actor in a Leading Role for the first time. On Sunday, March 15th, the film Sinners had over 16 nominations for awards like Best Supporting Actress, Best Picture, Music Original Score, Makeup and Hair, and even a nomination for Best Cast Directing. But out of all those nominations, the film managed to win 4 awards. One of those wins belongs to Michael himself. He had some tough competition going against other lead actors such as Leonardo DiCaprio, Timothée Chalamet, Ethan Hawke, and Wagner Moyer. However, it was his double role that helped him clear the way to the top. Michael played Elijah and Elias, identical twin brothers who are war veterans coming home to Mississippi just to be welcomed by a group of supernatural beings. Michael gave a big shout out to his cast, crew, director, and his biggest supporter of all, his mother, along with his siblings and even his father, who flew all the way from Ghana just to see him win. Michael has been acting for 25 years, and now at the age of 38, he can finally say that he is now the best actor in a leading role. Congratulations, Michael, on your golden win.
That is amazing, Aiden. Sinners was incredible, and so was Michael himself. My question for you is, how did his family and friends react to his win?
Yeah, his family and friends were just so proud of him. His cast and crew just said it's kind of a bittersweet moment. You know, they wanted him to win so bad because he just worked so hard on this film and he did an amazing job. But it's also sad to see their long journey after creating this film ending. And his parents, you know, they were so proud. They said that they always knew that their son was going to do something great in the future. And they also shared some sweet moments of how his mom used to drive him to all of his auditions in New York, and his dad cheered him on from Ghana, and it was just such a beautiful moment for this.
Absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much, Aiden. Now we're gonna go for another short break. You don't want to miss this week's Daybreak Hotline. Don't go away, Daybreakers.
It's a tough crowd.
Ring, ring, ring.
It's time for Daybreak Hotline.
Today we will be playing Two Truths and a Lie.
Is everybody ready?
No.
Yeah,
No.
We're really
Okay.
not.
I've got some. They're kind of St. Patty's Day themed.
Oh, love that.
Let's see. Okay. Let me see if I remember, because
Yeah, hit
coming
us.
up off the top of my head. This one isn't St. Patty's Day themed. I've never broken a bone. I can make a clover shape with my tongue. and I'm really good at finding 4-leaf clovers.
Oh. What was the first one?
I've never broken a bone.
I think the lie is good at finding 4-leaf clovers. That's my guess.
Yeah, I'm going with that one too.
Okay, great. Yeah, that was the lie. I found my first 4-leaf clover ever for the first time in August. I was seeing an outdoor play with my best friend, and I was like, I've never found a 4-leaf clover. And I was just like digging through the grass, and then I went, wow!
That's
and I picked it
incredible.
up, and it was really great.
Do you still have it?
That's
like, till this
amazing.
day?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
I like
good.
laminated
Good.
it and put it in a little thing.
Oh,
That's
good.
awesome.
Yes,
That's cool.
Love
and
that.
I can make a clover shape with my tongue. Not very great, but I remember if you've ever been to like Ripley's, believe it or not, they always have like the mirror where they're like, make a clover shape with your tongue, but it's actually a 2-way mirror and people are watching you try really hard. And I just like did it.
Oh my God. Yeah, I know you have to share now. Okay, yeah.
I can't do it the full way out. It's more like, but yeah.
That's good.
Stupid faces. Okay, who's next?
Do you have yours? Are you ready?
Yeah, I think I'm good. Okay.
Hit us.
Okay, yeah, 2 truths and 1 lie. And then first one, one time I met Governor Josh Shapiro. The second one being, I like Spider-Man. And the third one being, I have a leprechaun in my house in a cage, and I got at the end of the rainbow. Yep. Yep.
I wonder.
Guess which one is the lie,
I'm
guys?
not going to listen to the person in the
like
headset who just said,
Spider-Man.
that's a big fat lie.
No, we don't know that yet. We don't know that.
No, I know.
Yeah.
That's why I said I'm not
I'm a
listening to
little-
whoever said that.
Yeah.
If you really do have a leprechaun in your
I know
house,
you
I'm a little bit
hate
scared.
Spider-Man. I know you hate
Oh,
Spider-Man
he hates
so
Spider-Man.
much.
That's definitely the lie.
Yeah.
He like talks about every day about how much he doesn't like Spider-Man.
Stop.
It's a big thing, yeah.
What's the leprechaun's name?
Like Harold. I don't know. Harold. Well, I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you. Shh. I'm not telling you. It's my leprechaun. I'm getting the gold.
All right. I think the lie is that you like Spider-Man.
Yeah, me too.
You guys are wrong. You know,
What?
it's the leprechaun.
Oh,
Man. Yeah.
Harold
you guys.
doesn't exist?
Darn
No,
it.
he doesn't exist. He doesn't
What?
exist. Yeah, he's a figment of my
Harold
imagination.
exists in my
yeah.
heart.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Harold exists in my heart, and you need to let him out of that cage.
Yeah.
I mean it. I'm
Yeah.
serious.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I wish Harold the best. Yeah. On to you. Yeah.
All right. Let me think if I can remember what I said. All right. My 3 facts are I shaved my head after I graduated high school. I've been on stage on Hamilton on Broadway, and I have 2 dogs and a cat.
All of these are believable. Oh, you actually were serious with it.
I know I couldn't do the comedy route today. I apologize.
I'm thinking the 2 dogs and the cats or something. Yeah. That's what
Is
I'm
the
thinking.
lie?
Yeah, I think that's a lie. Yeah. I think that's a lie.
Have you been
Maybe.
on stage for Hamilton? Because that's really cool if you have. I'll rock with the 2 dogs and a cat.
That was the lie.
Really?
Great job. I don't have a cat. I have 2 dogs and a bunny.
You should get one.
I'm allergic.
You have a bunny.
I'm allergic to cats, unfortunately.
That's okay. You have a bunny.
Yeah.
What's the bunny's
her
name?
name's Tabby. She's quite cute. She's really soft, and she doesn't trigger my allergic reactions. So.
Yes. So
Yeah.
wait, you were on stage for Hamilton on Broadway?
Yeah, I have. So, Tamar Green, who just finished his run as George Washington in Hamilton, and I share an acting teacher from back home in Rochester.
Yes.
And so he connected us, and I went and saw him in the show, and he brought me on stage.
That is so
That
cool.
is so cool.
That's my
that
little
is
fun
so cool.
fact.
That's very awesome.
Theater
I'm
kids
also-
everywhere are jealous.
Yes, myself included. I'm gonna need photos of you with
I
your head
will.
shaved too, like immediately.
Oh yes, I have been bald in my life as well.
I feel like you gotta go bald at least once.
Thank you for tuning in to this St. Patrick's Day episode of Daybreak.
If you want to see more, you can watch our episodes on our YouTube channel, UVIEW Television, or follow our Instagram at Daybreak PPU.
From all of us here at Daybreak, may your week be lucky, bright, and full of shamrocks. I'm Devin.
I'm Cora.
And I'm Nico. See you next week, Daybreak.